This episode is not about championship rings. It's not today. Today I'm thanking God openly, Jesus Christ, and I totally appreciate the rings. I really do. The rings are symbolic and significant to a segue to what this good news is about. I'm Motel Granny the Great, your host, and also the creator of the Motel Granny Show. And I've noticed most people who have something connected to their name and show, it's something about that. Something about it. What was Eddie Murphy's buddy name? Arsenio Hall Show. Merv Griffin Show. Now they got some stuff, the Stephen A. Smith Show and the Motel Granny Show. But that's still not what I'm talking about today. I got a concept that I created that I'm not even talking about today. Ho, 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 ho. This lady ran right out in front of the car. I didn't even get a chance to tell her to slow down. I was waiting to see if she was going to look up. That could have been disastrous. But the good news is it wasn't. I was ready to warn her if she would have just looked up to get advice from me on whether the coast was clear or not. Well, thank God, again, I imagine all of the scientists would just, I don't know, what would they say? Scientists, the people that don't believe in God, what would they say? Or all of your famous people, what would they say about a possible car accident? Probably nothing. As long as it ain't them, they family members, loved ones, it don't matter, it don't. My good news is not even about rich people not giving a fuck about poor people. That's not. I didn't want to start off that way, but it seemed like the story is curving itself and writing itself so that it has the storyline that it wants. But the point I was getting ready to make before the pale-skinned lady was getting ready to commit suicide and murder by crashing her vehicle or having her vehicle crashed into, which could have spit possibly her vehicle into my vehicle, but I was ready to put my foot on the gas and go to the right, out of the way, to possibly see if I could, anyway. And April is the month when I'm trying to get out from underneath the 3-year stranglehold that they had me for in car insurance for an accident. So there's a lot happening right now. One of the things I want to talk about is a term that I came up with, not that I created it, I didn't invent it, probably. I've never heard anybody else say it, but I definitely can't take credit because I imagine somebody has said it before. But I'm naming it gold, like the gold bars, gold color, Notre Dame University's football helmets, gold trust. The word trust is deep. So gold trust should be the same word. Trust should be something you should be able to have, and it should be golden already. Word is bond, right? That's the term. Word is bond. So you shouldn't have to worry about actually trust. So gold trust is the ability to have a well-bonded connection with somebody where there's no doubt in my mind that I could leave $1,000 for $10,000. Look at this car coming up and watch this. Look at this. Did y'all see the colors on that thing? Just people. They work down by the building where I work at. It's special needs. So shout out to special needs and everybody who helps special needs people. Shout out to homeless. I saw a gentleman last night when I was coming from the banquet, getting our championship rings. I saw a gentleman wrapped up in sheep clothing. It wasn't quite a manger, but it's very possible that it could have been. Some call it a bench. Scientists call it a bench. They don't see like no immaculate conception. They just possibly see a birth. The creation of life and man's way of spewing and spitting on something that could be true is depressing, to say the least. All of these things mixed together turn me into a gamer. But gold trust, trusting in somebody. Like my mother is gold trust. My sister is gold trust. You know, my niece, my 2 kids, they gold trust. That's gold trust for me. And you got your own list, and then God is gold trust. But today is Happy Friday, by the way. Feliz Viernes for my Spanish people. And I'll probably give me a slushie today. Treat myself to a slushie. I was telling one of my persons who I work with, go tell your people that you know of a black man who has success. Run and go and tell that. And he told me if he go and say that he might not be back Monday. That they might take him out. And I laughed about it, even though it wasn't funny. We laughed together, but we thought about the sadness of the fact that saying good news, it put shivers in my spine. I was shaking. I can't believe I had said that I've gotten away with 2 championships. I read in the Bible in the book of Esther, Esther and Mordecai. Esther was the queen, given favor by the king. She did some kind of favor for Mordecai. I don't know if it was sexual or not, but I saw in the Bible it was written that they hung them from a tree, both of them. They don't do kings like that. So women, I want y'all to know, there's one enemy. Black man is not it, and women are not it. Read in between the lines. And there shouldn't be too many lines to read in between. We need to stick together. That's the good news. You've heard it said before, and I'm saying it again. We need to stick together. We haven't achieved a damn thing separate, except whatever the powers that be, whatever they are, and nobody can identify them, nobody can point them out, nobody can say there's one of the powers that be. Everybody throw their hands up, they all innocent. Nobody wants to be involved at all in the process. They just want to, hey, not me, secretly stuffing money that they print every day inside of their pockets. And we got a man sleeping on a bench. There's a great divide. There's a great divide between rich and poor. There's a great divide between rich and poor. Don't look for the line, because you won't find it. So now what do? The people that are poor don't want to even call themselves that. I'm not poor. Then what are you? If Elon Musk is wealthy and rich, then what are you? If Michael Jordan is wealthy, then what are you? It's a thin line between rich and poor. Unfortunately, poor white people don't even understand that your racism is useless. Doesn't affect anything. You can go into Buffalo and shoot up black people in a grocery store and have one black person outside co-sign for you. But the truth is, for all of you people that are scientists, atheists, non-believers, myself included, for my sins, all of the fornication, curse words, all of this stuff, very possible that we're going to pay for it. If you don't believe in evil, then why don't you just do it? Take an automatic weapon and blow somebody's brains out. I've heard rich people say, oh, I don't believe in God, I believe in the universe. You believe in the universe, which God made. Ask a scientist, how the fuck did this world start? Oh, some rocks collided. Well, how in the fuck did the rocks get here? Well, they just did. So I asked a question to a scientist or a person who follows scientists. So let me ask you a question. If you and I was in a relationship for 3 years and you asked me, when are we going to get married? What if I shrugged my shoulders and said, I don't know? Shouldn't that be good enough for you? The answer is no. These people are out here, listen, it's Friday. These folks are so hell-bent on running out in the front of other vehicles. God, what is going on with these people? These must be scientists. They want to find out the proof of running your vehicle into somebody else's. You want me to tell you what's going to happen? The cheating person you're going to see is going to be there. If her husband is going to be there by 5:30, then maybe y'all should reschedule. Or maybe she should meet you halfway. This jumping out in front of other cars is crazy. This is the second time on this drive. The second time on this drive that somebody almost jumped out and killed themselves in front of me. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I do mean this. Well, God is my witness. If something happened to you, I'm going to keep driving. I'm not getting involved. I'm not having the police question me and try to run my credit. I'm not getting arrested on no weekend. You can forget it. I'm not doing it. So we're not sticking together. I just said to y'all about sticking together. Matter of fact, forget what I said. We late in the video. Forget that. Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to call 911 and be the person who sits there and waits while y'all blood is splattered all over these beautiful streets, or the lack thereof, of Georgia, waiting for the police to get there. For me, I'm saying, yes, I'm the one that called. You don't want to call? Yes, I'm the one that called and said, yeah, you see the people that, yeah. No, I didn't crash into, no. I'm the one that made the phone call, put my left hand behind my back. Yeah, I'm the one that, put my hand, put my hand behind my back, I get it. But these people I was calling, I'm the one that made the 911 call, put my right hand behind my back. Okay, put my right hand. Why are you guys putting handcuffs on me? I'm the one that made the phone call to say that these dumb motherfuckers crashed into each other. I'm the one that seen the accident. Because I don't have powder on my lips. Y'all don't want me to be the one explaining? You want to go and get the guy that in Cleveland who supposedly found the 3 girls that Chavez or whatever, Caesar, had locked in the basement. You want me to look like that? Is it because I'm beautiful you won't let me tell the story? You want me to go to prison? I tried to help. Now I'm not going to be able to do the 5 o'clock kickoff time for me being a gamer. All of that is ruined because I tried to help. So forget what I said about being together. You guys are doing it right. You guys are doing it right. I'm going to stick to the Bible, what I believe. I'm going to stick to God, what I believe. It's been working for me. I got 2 championships. I show y'all these. Hey man, hey look, I'm doing it. You know, I'm winning. So I'm trying to be a positive influence to other people. They don't want to do it. They don't got to do it. Fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to be together. I'm trying to create not a relationship, not romance, not getting married. Fuck that. I'm talking about being together in terms of being cordial and being like we was Chinese when we speaking. You know, the brothers used to dap, hug each other, hug it out. Now we can't do it no more. I don't know if it was the state of New York that caused this, but I gotta say pause. You know, because we used to be able to be brothers. Give dap, man, give a hug and see how somebody really was doing. Now you gotta say pause. Well, I ain't saying no fucking pause. I'm not from New York. So I'm not saying pause. It ain't nothing to pause for. As a matter of fact, we need to unpause. We need to get going. We got shit to do. We don't have time to pause. We don't have time for it. We got to free people whose minds are stuck in slavery. We don't have time to pause. We got to go. We got to get this shit moving. We don't have time to stand around and do nothing. Unpause. How about that? They say pause. I say unpause. What can we build? What can we build? We know they print money and stuff and still crying about we don't have no money, there's a deficit. I'm telling you right now, there's a great divide between the rich and poor. The food is poison. What are we going to do? Unpause. Exercise don't hurt. Even a poor man, that guy on the bench can even do push-ups. Exercise. Damn sure could. I tell you what even poor people can do. Poor people can still say positive words. You still can. As a poor person, you still can. And yes, there's white people that's poor too. Yeah, y'all poor too. Stop acting like y'all rich. Y'all ain't got enough money, no pot to piss in, no fucking window to throw it out of either. And don't act like Donald Igwe love y'all too, because he don't. You poor. You ain't got shit to do. You're not a billionaire sitting at the table. And I'm going past the auto place where this guy cheated me out of so much money when my car broke down. I get pissed every time I come by there. This lady is ready to jump out. This guy is looking like a Santa Claus. This guy walking down the street with a mask on his face. You out here by yourself. You don't want to get pollen in your lungs? Lord have mercy. Scared to get sick. What is wrong with us? The natural air is out here. He got a mask on. Breathing right into the fucking cotton, which we picked out there in the field, and now he got it on his face. This brother ought to be ashamed of himself. Walking around here trying to be healthy. Trying not to get pollen in his lungs because he want to what? Live a successful life so that he can be a slave for the rest of his term. Hear that there's no God. Your grandmother's dead who used to pass on good information. Paul never was there because he was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. In the police department, Lord have mercy. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. This is good news. Where a black man can sit down on the ground, grass, cooperate, say nothing, have his hands up, and still get blasted in the back of his fucking skull. Where a man can sit on a man's neck for 12 or 13 minutes. You got people stand on the curb. What can they do though? There's 4 or 5 other Chinese hillbilly and Negroid police officers standing back there with automatic weapons drawn. So what can they do? Hey man, get your knee off of his neck. Who gives a fuck, man? Who cares? I would say come together, but we can't. I'm so thankful to God that I coach, man. I'm in a small bubble. Nobody wants to hire me, and I understand it. Because the thing is, I'm going to make your program better. I'm actually a great people person. I am. I'm on this internet bitching and complaining. But when I'm in people's face, I'm smiling. I'm polite. Yes, sir. No, sir. pass the potatoes, all of that stuff. I'm all of that. I really am. I try so hard to be positive. Who's that? Shout out. What's my guy's name? Somebody send me, not Seal. I try so hard. I think he rapped with Bone. Boom, 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 boom. What you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide? When judgment comes for you. My Uncle Charlie, my body, when I'm gonna miss everybody. And shout out to Busy Bone, man. I had a chance to meet. Shout out, man. Listen. Shout out to Michelle, man. Shout out to Michelle. She gave us a chance to introduce us to Busy Bone. I think it was 93, maybe. We had a cipher. Shout out to Big Red, man. Red on Auburndale, man. A mental block, all of us was out there, man. Had a cipher where we went around and we was rapping, and it was, man, all I got is memories nowadays. These days are skunked up by not being around my family. These days are skunked up by not having any friends. I just got my memories, my gamer ability, my coaching, my God, and my peace of mind, my YouTube, my novel, which I've been writing on. Man, I feel great. I know Scarface said, damn, it feels good to be a gangster, but damn, it feels good to love God. Let me change this. Damn, it feels good to believe in God. Why would one want to go off of an example? Scientists, atheists. Y'all haven't done anything, so if y'all going by proof, why do y'all believe in y'all selves? Y'all haven't achieved shit. Y'all haven't accomplished nothing. And if you tell me from proof, dick enters pussy, therefore you get pregnant. No, not always, scientists. Everybody that's fucking ain't getting pregnant. Scientists. And everybody ain't using no rubbers. Bunyan said, use rubber. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that, hardly. Talk about AIDS diseases and stuff like that. Y'all want to tell me proof. Proof. What is proof? You don't believe God exists. You don't believe God has made a baby sit inside of a woman's belly. Do y'all believe in cloning? Do y'all believe in money, cash money? Saying you don't believe in God is disrespectful. You know what? I'm not going to even talk about God. It's disrespectful to me. It's disrespectful to me. So you owe me an apology. You owe me an apology. And we need to do better. People, population, citizens, civilians. Shout out, hey man, shout out to other countries, other continents, doing things better. Shout out to y'all, where y'all gas bill is $30. Shout out to Thailand. I know y'all don't want a lot of niggas over there, but shout out to the niggas and hillbillies who went over there and didn't cause ruckus. Shout out to y'all that went over there with y'all laptops, careers. Now that you're making $70,000 of American currency, and you got a $30 gas bill and a $400 rent. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out. This world is a lie. How do you know? Flip everything to the opposite side. Everything. They say God doesn't exist because you can't see him. Therefore, God exists because you can't see him. Flip everything. They told us Santa Claus exists. Santa Claus doesn't exist. Flip it. They said if you step on a crack, break your mama's back. Step on a crack. Your mama back ain't broke.